Good morning, everybody. So yesterday I posted an article on a peptide called Imunofan. And if you're unfamiliar with peptide therapies, they are essentially little amino acid sequences that are artificially built based on certain active components of real amino acids and protein complexes in the body. And Imunofan is something not a lot of people have heard of. It was found in Russia in the early 90s and has largely kind of stayed within Eastern Europe. But how it works within the immune system, the gut, the liver, iron regulation, what have you, is pretty incredible and something more people need to be talking about. So these are graphics from my article, but Imunofan is modeled after something called thymopoietin, which is a molecule released by the thymus. And the thymus gland is responsible for educating our white blood cells, educating our T cells on identifying self versus non-self, which is a topic everyone dealing with some kind of autoimmune condition needs to know. So Imunofan is this little tiny piece modeled after one of these little bits of thymopoietin. And one of the things I think is most interesting about Imunofan is the fact that it doesn't act on any system in particular in the body. Like it's not, like, oh, I need more magnesium, so I'm just going to take more magnesium. It is designed to either activate something that is being repressed or to suppress something that is overactive. And it's doing this by giving the body the power to do that as opposed to just doing it for the body. And because it can work both sides of the spectrum in terms of either getting things going or slowing things down, that takes away a lot of the side effects and the safety issues that are seen with a lot of peptide therapies. Because it's essentially an immune whisperer. It's going in, it's identifying what's happening in the body, and it is able to give the body the power to adjust itself back to where it's meant to be. And if you're at all familiar with the immune profile of someone with type 1 diabetes, we are someone who is overactive in T helper cell 1 and underactive in T helper cell 2. So we would want Imunofan to adjust that TH1 and TH2 ratio back towards TH2. And it does this through upregulating a lot of iron-specific enzymes and proteins, things like Ceruloplasmin and Lactoferrin, which again just fuels my theory that iron is really at the root of just about everything we're experiencing. And its mechanism of action goes through several different stages. There's a short range, a medium range, and a long range. And I talk about this all in my article, so go read it. And yes, I have done it. I just went through a 10-day cycle of it just as an experiment. But its effects take hold both in the hours and days after you take it, as well as up to 3 to 4 months after you take it. So this is something that you could take, stop taking, but still be experiencing benefits several weeks and months afterwards. And did I mention it's from Russia? So when you buy it, I seriously recommend getting a Google Translate app so you can actually read what's going on here. And again, none of this is medical advice. I'm not telling anyone to do this. I read up on it. I felt comfortable doing it. I found it, I bought it, and I'm seeing where it takes me. My personal website is listed in my profile. Go check out this article.